Do you know how to start afresh? Hello everyone, this is Doc Mozy again. Sometimes we have to get a fresh start in life. Some people call it reinventing yourself. Others prefer to call it living your past behind. There are many situations where an individual may consider starting a new chapter. Reseans for wanting to start afresh could be financial distress, drug and alcohol misuse, stress and mental health issues, or social and relationship problems. Whatever the reasons, we may all find ourselves requiring to have a new start. Let me hasten to say, a new start is not entirely possible. This is because a new start relates only to a newborn baby. We have so many entrenched relationships, responsibilities and commitments. These make it almost impossible to have a completely new start. One mistake that we make is, some people tend to cut off most if not all relations, communication, social and family responsibilities. This obviously is a misunderstanding of the dynamics or reasons behind someone's distress. In real terms, when someone is in some kind of distress, they actually need those relationships and family support more than ever. In most cases, it is actually those things which we cannot do anything about that are always the source of distress. Some of the real triggers are financial distress, bereavement, drug and alcohol misuse, disillusionment with career prospects, difficult marriages, physical and mental illness. All these are not something that you can start afresh from. You cannot control them. These things need to be dealt with. They need to be confronted and they need to be solved. In real terms, starting afresh does not start from out there, coming in. It needs to start from within and go out. The things that we need to control from within us are anger, frustration, sadness, envy, spirituality, love, respect, honesty, trustworthiness, respect for life and in general change in attitude. With respect to all these things, every one of them is related to the 10 Commandments handed down to Moses by the Almighty. Starting afresh is about examining oneself with respect to all these attributes. It requires changing oneself from within. It is very easy for us to blame or attribute our misery to friends and relatives, co-workers, church members, demons or even to God. The reality is that we often blame the things that we actually need to support us whilst we are starting afresh. There are ways we can try and preserve ourselves from the harsh realities of life. In order to understand this, it is vital to separate the three components of a human being. These are the body, the mind and the heart or spirit. The heart or spirit is the most important and it has to be protected against what goes on around us. The heart is the reason why we get distressed, and it is vital to point out that we should always try and keep a clean heart, filled with love. We should always embrace spirituality to assist with good health for the heart. The other component, the mind, is essentially your brain. Through various senses which can be visual, auditory, smell, taste or tactile, our mind receives information. The information is processed by the mind then fed back to the heart or spirit. This is done automatically and efficiently. It is done in the same way just like walking. We do not have to think which leg goes first. The mind has mastered the art of influencing our hearts. Our hearts get burdened by what our minds feed them. To be able to preserve our hearts from being burdened, we need to come up with ways of interrupting the reflex. We need to control what the mind feeds the heart. It is not easy but achievable. Learn to process the information you receive in your mind and do it fairly. Consider all options. Decide if any of the information you receive breaks any of the 10 Commandments. Consider whether any of your analysis and solution breaks any of the 10 Commandments. If your solution does, reconsider a solution that does not break a commandment. Your solution must be one to bounce off any malicious intent. It must make the perpetrator uncomfortable and feeling bad. I am not saying go around making people feel bad. I am only saying it is okay for people to realize that you have bounced off their bad intentions. So in short, having a new start is freeing your heart or spirit from your mind. Your mind is just a brain. Like a computer, it processes information. Ever heard of the saying garbage in, garbage out? Don't let your mind run your heart. Peace and love.